Welcome to Shield, Simon. Miles, was it? And you're like,
do you think we'll ever get another Nick Fury Sr. anything now that Nick Fury Jr. got really famous from the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I just feel like
good question.
I saw something with Nick Fury Sr. in it, like an older Marvel movie, and I was like, oh, like it's been so long, I'd forgotten that like he's different, because they even have the eye patches on the opposite sides. So that's like a really big deal, is that Nick Fury, I think his right eye is missing, whereas Nick Fury Jr.'s left eye is missing. And so
I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, I don't know if we've given a time frame for the Wolverine game that Insomniac's working on.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's Wolverine, it doesn't have to be modern. It could be
right.
Like
it could be in the past. Yeah, you could have the old Nick Fury. That'd be so cool. That'd be really cool. That would be really cool.
I just think that's so cool of you.
It's Sunday Joe Blue together. Is Blue Beetle, is that DC?
Yeah, it's DC.
Okay.
That's a fantastic hero, by the way.
Yeah, Blue Beetle's really cool. He's one of my favorites.
Okay. Clap just makes me feel like it's a butt cheek. Okay. So we're ready. I almost off of instinct pressed the stop recording button for some reason.
I'm glad you didn't.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so I've been meaning to bring up, because we were talking about favorite Marvel heroes before and like what our favorite Marvel hero is.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to have a whole conversation about that at some point, because I like looked them up, and I still think it's probably Spider-Man for me, but there's a lot of like runners up that I was kind of surprised by. Like Magic and her brother Colossus are both really cool heroes.
Okay.
You know Colossus, right?
Yeah.
Do you know Magic?
No.
Probably. Oh, okay. Yeah, Magic's his sister. Then there's Jubilee. I don't know. I love Jubilee. Iceman is really cool. Does DC have an Iceman?
Several.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Iceman's really cool. Vision was someone I was a big fan of before the MCU. Trying to think if there's any others. Moon Knight is coming out. He's pretty cool.
Have Ice? That's their like Ice is the DC.
Oh, I do know Ice. Isn't that I thought that was a villain. Is Ice not a villain? Is Ice a hero? Fire Ice Maiden? Who's Fire Ice Maiden?
Well, clearly she's Fire Ice Maiden. What do you mean?
I always thought Ice was a Superman villain. I'm wrong.
You have Flash's enemy, Captain Cold, but that
I
guy
do
is
know
a
Captain
villain.
Cold. He doesn't have any ice powers though, right? Doesn't he just have like ice guns?
Yeah, but like by that same logic, Green Lantern doesn't have any powers. He just has a Green Lantern ring.
I mean, he does though, right? Like, interesting.
He's a good pilot, but that's basically it.
Ice seems cool. Anyway, I just found that picture.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what
he left it on hentai.
It did not. Yeah, Iceman. I'm trying to think if there's any other big. Wolverine's always cool. There's. I've always wanted to know. Oh, Marvel has the. I always forget the Great Lakes Avengers.
Oh yeah.
Who are like all of them are my favorite superheroes. They're all wonderful.
Can't forget about Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
The Snowman and Minister Blizzard, Cryonic Man, Polar Boy, Ice Maiden, Killer Frost, Icicle Ice, Mr. Freeze, and Captain Cold. Just to name a few.
That's way too many people with ice powers.
I'm telling you, DC has a fantastic lineup.
But to me, it just feels like they're just not very creative. They're like, let's give them another ice power.
Well, we were talking about ice power guys.
No, I know. It's just like, how many ice power people are in Marvel? Like, probably just a couple, maybe one. And it's just like, then we make a different power. We don't have everyone have the same power.
Well,
it's like, we're all ice people now.
Maybe they're ice people. I don't know.
I don't know either. I know Iceman. He's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head who has ice powers in the Marvel world.
Iceman. Let's see. Black Canary has a cool power, right? Like she screams really hard, but like she doesn't like using that. She prefers just beating the heck out of them.
She's DC, right? Yeah, Black Canary. Yeah. No, Black Canary does have a cool power. In Marvel, there's Vertigo has a similar power, and I think Screech is another character that has a similar power.
And then Zatanna.
Zatanna's cool, although Zantara is
cooler.
Yeah.
But they're literally the same character, just
yeah.
But they're like
Zantara is more Doctor Strange than Doctor.
Yeah, he's
Fate
very
is.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he's Doctor Strangey.
Constantine. Constantine's a cool character.
I don't know if I know Constantine.
Plastic Man, the Huntress. There's a lot of, I don't know. I think you're being too broad. I think if we whipped out the DC encyclopedia of heroes,
Yeah.
that you'd be like pleasantly surprised. Is
Yeah,
this all
maybe
going to be
so.
outtake, like off the air?
This will probably be a short little off the air thing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If there's anything else you want to add before I hit continue.
I don't know. As far as uniqueness, Flash is my favorite hero, but that's because he's literally like, he can do anything. It's ridiculous.
What about Quicksilver?
Quicksilver can just go fast.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Flash can literally be like, I moved your molecules to the side, so now your parents are dead yesterday. Like it doesn't make any sense.
I feel like on the Marvel universe, though, I will say this could be a bias, but I feel like a lot of the X-Men have the most interesting powers.
Oh yeah, the mutants are like by far the least generic.
Yeah, the mutants like go all out, and they have a lot of cool people in there. So anyway.
Like literally, like you're over here like, oh, Beast is blue and muscular. It's like, well, I mean, he just spends his time upside down reading. Like, you know,
He has
it's
claws.
Just, yeah, it's like, I mean, he's cool. I mean, hilariously, he's the intellectual one on the team. You know, it's like,
yeah, Beast. Yeah, there's oh yeah, that's with the Night Stalker, Nightcrawler. There we go. Nightcrawler's got a cool power. It's just teleport, but it has so much flavor to it.
Oh yeah, it's like flashy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's a really really cool teleport. And then his mother, Mystique.
Yeah,
She's also a really cool blue person.
Yeah, she's a really cool blue person. It's like, oh, you can transform into anybody, but you do it naked.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's a lot of people like that. There's Havoc and Cyclops, which are both cool.
Juggernaut.
And, Juggernaut is cool, and Professor X, his brother, and
yeah,
like naming each individual by like the group pairing, Deadpool and Cable.
Deadpool's a fantastic character.
Yeah, and Deathstroke is he's cool too.
He is. He's like exclusively cool.
It's funny that like Taskmaster is far more like Deathstroke than Deadpool is.
Yeah.
It's like Deadpool's more like
they literally ripped off his character design and ripped off the name and changed like 2 letters, and we're like, okay, so we made this character that's a ripoff of this character, but what if we make him literally better in every single way?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Okay.
All right.
There's yeah, and some of the DC villains get a little out there, like especially Flash with Polka Dot Man and Captain Rainbow, Captain Rainbow.
I'm not familiar with Captain Rainbow.
I think it's Captain Rainbow. There's Captain Cold. There's a Mirror Master. All of the Flash villains are just weird. They're just out there.
I'm just saying, like, I think the reason I have my opinion on DC is mostly because of DC's support for their animated stuff.
I will say the DC animated studios are way better.
Oh yeah,
than Marvel animated studios.
Not that the Marvel ones are bad. I just want more Marvel stuff too. Like I want Marvel stuff.
Some of the more modern Marvel stuff's not been great though.
Yeah,
but from what I've heard, some of the more modern DC stuff hasn't been too good either. So yeah.
I mean, was it Ninja Batman was crazy. That was wild. That was a wild. Flashpoint Paradox was wild.
Those were good. But no, I've heard that the one that came out more recently, the like Killing Joke or whatever movie, I've heard wasn't as good.
Because that one was just an adaptation of the comic. I don't think that one was trying to push any new grounds with anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, I think the DC anime and Vox Machina, the Legend of Vox Machina show that had the character design done by the guy who did Young Justice. That show ended up being so good. It was so good. I loved it. It was great.
I might have to give it a watch. I really miss Young Justice. Young Justice was a really good show.
Yeah, it feels like a Young Justice for adults, and it's fantasy setting instead of superhero, but superheroes is kind of fancy anyway. It's just a weird American fantasy.
Yeah. American fantasy.
Yeah, I'd recommend Legend of Vox Machina. It was really fun. It was a lot of fun. And it looked exactly like Young Justice, because that's the art style. So, yeah. Highly recommend. Okay. Should we move on?
Yeah. Kill him.
Kill. Uncle Aaron says, kill him. And that's it.
I'm Miles, okay?
I'm Miles, okay? Yeah. We need Genki to come out and say that he's Genki, okay?
I'm Genki, okay?
Get
I'm
Genki
Stinky, okay?